Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Lodestone Productions, where we help you discover your true north. I am Aditi, and this is a message for whenever this message reaches you, because Spirit is not bound to our time and space continuum, and so the only time by which we tell time is divine time. Dig what I'm saying? All right, so let's check our spiritual voicemail and see what's what. I promise you, only thing I did was push record, and my lovely cat is now sitting at the door. Give me one moment. Wait here. You wrong for that. And let's see if he brings his gorgeous self back in here while I'm reading. At any rate. So, I'd give my all to have just one more night with you. I'd risk my life to feel your body next to mine, because I can't go on. Something else. I give my all. Something else. Something about leaving it all on the court. Leaving it all on the court. And that is a really, really old Mariah Carey song. Yes. She sang more than Hero and Dream Lover. The woman had a whole fucking career. Some of those songs are really good too. Like that one was nice. Anyway, it was really sad, but she put her foot in that one. That was back in her Tommy Mottola days. Anyway. So let's see what the cards have to say about these here Mariah Carey lyrics. This ought to be good. Let's get these three shuffles in a cut, and let's get to getting. Two. Oh, can we do one more? Because that was really chunky. I don't think anything got mixed with that one. Okay. That one was not as chunky. And a cut. Okay. Here we go. Oh. Lovers and the Hangman. You know, Spirit is not going to leave this love alone. This softening the heart to love, Spirit is not letting up on that. Not today, apparently. Not today. Yeah, we're going to stop fidgeting on camera. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So, choosing to look at all of the different angles, re-examining your beliefs about what love is. Allowing for new information to be introduced. Into the heart space. Seeing things for what they are. And yeah. And release. And a release. Okay. King of Wands with the Three of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Oh. The King of Wands really did you dirty. Somebody somewhere got dickmatized, and they are upset about the fact that they allowed themselves to become dickmatized. Or kudamatized, whatever. There's here. Segue. Okay. Story time. When I was heartbroken. When I was heartbroken, I did not allow myself to become overly emotional. Rather, I went into myself to get a better understanding on why I was here again, even though I was very, very careful about allowing myself to become open. And even when I did, I still got met with pain. And so I looked at the trajectory of that particular relationship rather clinically, and just dissected it very much in my mind, basically because, well, my heart was fucking soup, and the only information that it could provide is, I'm hurt. Yes, Forrest, we know that. We need to understand why we're going back to these things. So this is essentially what I'm seeing with these three together, which would explain why the Hangman and the Lovers came out off rip. Because if you are dealing with, and it may not even be like, it may not be an immediate pain, but it's certainly something that has stayed. It's stuck around because it's showing up here. So I know it's not just my story, right? But this King of Wands, depicted as the rock star, just the big swinging dick. And that's why I'm talking about like being dickmatized and not really showing yourself any grace for having gone through that, even though we are having a human experience, and part of that human experience is wanting connection. We're not wrong or lonely or thirsty for wanting to have a genuine connection. Strength, Nine of Cups, Nine of Wands, Queen of Cups. Check the viewfinder, make sure everything is kosher. Up here, up here, up here. Yeah, there we go. Yes, okay. So, Strength, Nine of Cups, Nine of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. Well, taking this particular route actually worked out for you, even though it was difficult, right? And it showed a lot of courage to do that. There's the rewards for doing so are greater than the pain that you've experienced, because I'm hearing, hold on. With the Queen of Cups here, there's not the element of blaming. You're a terrible person. You hurt me, so therefore judgment is passed on to you. Like that's not what I'm getting from any of this. As a matter of fact, it's like whoever this King of Wands is in your story, whoever, broke Stokely's heart, they've kind of, and I don't want it to sound reductive, but it's like that whole situation has been reduced to a lesson. And this lesson has been filed away for future use. Now, it was a very rewarding lesson, but it was also a very painful one. But it was a good one, because it was one of those lessons that actually aided in your, had an immediate, not an immediate effect, but a very prominent effect on your recent leveling up. You wouldn't have got there. You couldn't have gotten to here without that. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. Temperance, Nine of Swords, Two of Wands, Six of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. Your headspace is clear. This house is clear. You're ready for new challenges, right? You've handled this one, and you've gotten the high five from Spirit, and so now, new levels, new devils. It's time to learn the next lesson in your life. With the Temperance and the Nine of Swords, I hear waffling. The Temperance requires total balance and harmony. This is kind of like how the Strength manages your inner self and your avatar self, your polar self or your feral self, sometimes I'll usually say. But like with Temperance, this is like balancing everything. And because of that, there's a lot of mental power that is required. And it can cause anxiety or worry. You know, be mindful of this. And if you're one of those worst case scenario type people, I challenge you to flip that to best case scenario just for a week. Just for a week, because you already have this very delicate and potent energy here with the Temperance, right? There are enough variables in this as it is. There's really no need in adding additional variables that are self-imposed. Worry about the variables that Spirit has given to you. Don't add to it, because you run the risk of coming into self-sabotage trying to keep it real. The fuck is real anyway? I mean, we're all enlightened beings here, right? We're here changing our world every day through our thoughts and manifestations in the works, right? Right? Isn't that why, I mean, this is why we're here. So, thank you, Spirit. The Nine of Swords is really just going on what you've seen so far. You can always turn the page and start a whole new story. Speaking of turning pages and new stories, we now bring up the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is about like making a decision and then making concrete steps towards that decision. So, okay, we decide we want a new life, right? So the next thing we do, get some time, settle the mind, get connected with Spirit, and get to writing and planning and being specific. That's what this Two of Wands is here. This is the you've made the decision, now you get to make a plan. And you're making a plan to basically get the fuck out of here. Leave all that shit on the court. All of it. You are shedding things that aren't working for you anymore, releasing stuff that could weigh you down. You are bound and determined to move forward into a better way of life, calmer waters, peaceful waters. And by waters, I'm talking about the gelatinous mass that is your brain. Keeping that calm. Ooh. Ooh. And the Knight of Swords is here, giving you that shot in the arm, that push, that little bit of adrenaline to go from wanting something real bad to getting up and getting it. That's this guy. Let's go. I ain't got all night. I got battles to fight. I got armor to cut through. Yeah, bitch, let's go. Knight of Swords. So, we've got the Sun, the Star, Death, Ten of Cups, Knight of Wands, and Justice. Ooh, heavy, heavy energy. Heavy energy. You know, this taking the time to pause and re-examine how you feel about love is going to bring in a healthy, supportive, mutually respected kind of love in your life. The shit that you need, not this bullshit that you've been dealing with, not the crap that you've been settling for. I'm talking about some SHI that is actually going to be custom built for you because you took the time to really examine what love TI is. And with the sun here, you're starting to see, you're starting to see a better way of being. You know, it's like, yeah, it's happiness. It's bright, it's warm, it's comforting, it's, yes, you can have this. Yes, you can have this. If you believe that you are worthy of it, I mean, Spirit is already deemed us worthy of all of the things that we could have ever wanted. Right? We just really need to actually believe it. Believing that you are worthy of actual happiness, and that true love is not just reserved for the pretty and the cunning. You know, this is for you too. It is decided. Spirit has deemed it so. And so this pain that this last lesson has taught you, and it was a deep pain for a lot of you. It was deep, like it's changed you significantly. And with the star here, it was supposed to, because that's the only way that the star was going to be able to come in and do the big work that she is meant to do. Because she can't come down for flesh wounds. You know what I mean? Like, it had to be a mighty wound for her to come down and do her star stizzle. You had to be near death. You know, because like I said, this pain changed you significantly. If you look at pictures of yourself before that heartbreak, and look at pictures of yourself now, do you see two completely different people? I know I do. I know I do. That lady's not coming back. She did a lot. She did a lot of good things. But she ain't coming back. And that's fine. Because she had to make room for who's here now. Because now it's her turn. You know? And she certainly wasn't going to leave on her own reconnaissance. That wasn't going to happen. Because she thought she was going to be here forever. Death says, no ma'am, you have to come with me. Could you step into the car, please, sir? Yeah. Yeah. But again, worth it. Worth it. Because here we are with the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and Justice, clarifying the strength. All right. So, again, divinely orchestrated love. The kind of love that only Spirit can bring it. The kind of love that only Spirit can coordinate. Right? There's happy lives. Relationships are fantastic. You've got actual commitment, not commitment adjacent. Jesus. Actual commitment. Like, look at the happy kids and happy couple and a rainbow. It's just like, yeah, man. Now you're like your whole inner being can just, yeah. So the Knight of Wands is another shot in the arm, but this is a little more, this is different. Because like the Knight of Wands is the shot in the arm, but it is very head driven, very head space driven, right? With the Knight of Wands, it's still a shot in the arm, but it is like solar plexus driven, root chakra driven. It's like it's the lower half, you know, almost primal with this one. He's the adrenaline junkie out of the group. The Knight of Wands, for sure. And then to round us out, we've got Justice. Spirit is coming in and making shit right. Your spirit is watched and nudged and directed and redirected. All right. And now with the Justice, what I'm seeing is Spirit clearing the table, wiping it down with cleaning products, and rearranging the setup. But this time, you are victorious. Because Spirit saw all this stuff and listened to all of your prayers and supplications during this healing process. And it has been decided that, you know what? Doggone it, you did the darn thing. And so now that we've got this new life, you ain't got to worry about this other stuff that hurt you before. Just you wait and see. All right. Thank you for taking the time to hang out with me today. And until we meet again, remember to be good to yourselves and to each other. And I will see you next time. Bye now.